Why some retirees feel rich and others never feel secure. Most people approaching retirement are asking themselves the wrong question. They ask, how much money do I need to retire? But the real question is, what kind of retirement do I actually want to live? Because I've seen people retire comfortably on far less than expected, and others still feel financially anxious despite having millions. And surprisingly, it usually has very little to do with the actual amount of money. One of the biggest mistakes people make is comparing themselves to averages. Articles online might say you need 500,000, 1 million, or even 2 million to retire comfortably. But retirement isn't really a maths equation on its own. It's a lifestyle decision. Two people with exactly the same pension pots can experience completely different retirements. One feels financially free, and the other might constantly worry. Why? Because retirement spending is deeply personal. Some people want regular holidays, eating out every week, helping children financially, supporting grandchildren, upgrading their home, hobbies and experiences, and others are naturally more cautious and live very differently. That's why there is no perfect retirement number that applies to everyone. The goal shouldn't simply be retiring. The goal should be retiring comfortably enough to actually enjoy your life. And this is where many people underestimate retirement. They focus only on bills and essentials. But retirement spending is rarely just about surviving. It's about experiences. I've seen people underestimate travel costs, inflation, replacing cars, helping family financially, hobbies, healthcare, and simply wanting to enjoy life more when they're healthy enough to do it. And over time, many retirees end up going one of two ways. They either overspend too quickly, or they become so cautious they never properly enjoy retirement at all. One of the most common fears in retirement is this: what if I run out of money later? And that fear can completely change behaviour. I've seen retirees avoid holidays they could easily afford, feel guilty spending money, leave pensions untouched unnecessarily, hold cash for too long for years, and spend years worrying despite being financially secure. And often the issue isn't actually the amount of money, it's the lack of confidence around the plan. And this is why proper retirement planning matters so much. Not because it guarantees perfection, but because clarity creates confidence. When people understand how much they can realistically spend, where their income comes from, how long it's going to last, how inflation affects it, how tax efficient withdrawals work, and how different scenarios impact them, retirement usually becomes far less stressful because confidence changes behaviour, and that's incredibly important. People who feel financially secure are often far more comfortable enjoying experiences, travelling, helping family, and actually using the money they've spent decades building. So if you're asking yourself, how much income do I really need to retire comfortably? The real answer is enough to support the lifestyle that you want confidently, not somebody else's version of retirement, because retirement isn't really about a number, it's about freedom, security, experiences, peace of mind, and ultimately having enough confidence to actually enjoy the life you spent decades building. If you enjoy this type of retirement content focused on the real emotional and financial challenges people face, please subscribe to the channel and let me know in the comments.